Ocean Gate's Titan submarine started its journey from St. John's Port, Canada. The location where it was to dive into the ocean is 700 kilometers away from St. John's in the North Atlantic Ocean. This journey began on Saturday, June 17, 2023. According to the plan, the next day, the Titan was to be launched into the water at 8 a.m. on Sunday. Before the dive, a problem was noticed in the Titan, but despite that, it was launched into the ocean. What was the problem and why was this danger taken despite knowing it? Welcome back to World Explorer's Corner video. There were 5 people on this journey, including the founder of Action Aviation, Hamish. He had traveled with Jeff Bezos to space. In the second place, there was Stockton Rush, CEO of Ocean Gate. This American company provides submersibles for ocean tourism. In the third place, there was 77-year-old Paul Henry, who had visited the Titanic before. He was an expert in shipwrecks and knew a lot about the parts of the Titanic. And finally, the Pakistani business tycoon, Suleman Dawood, was a part of this submarine with his son, Suleman. Before diving on June 17th, Hamish posted his last post on the internet. He said that due to the harsh cold weather, his dive was delayed. Tomorrow morning, when the weather gets better for a while, we will dive. These 5 people were going to see the famous Titanic's wreck to fulfill their hobby. After sinking in 1912, they continued to try to find it for the next few years. But due to the harsh condition of the Atlantic Ocean, this work was not so easy. Then, in 1985, finally the RMS Titanic's wreck was found on the ocean floor. The Titanic left so many questions behind that it was time to find the answers. Dozens of expeditions were arranged, in which experts from different countries and researchers explored the Titanic wreck. Canadian filmmaker James Cameron explored the Titanic in 1995. And then, in 1997, the Titanic movie was released. Most of the details of the Titanic movie were accurate. It gained so much attention that it became a dream of millions of people to go and see the Titanic. This endeavor is not limited to research purposes. Tourists have also started visiting the shipwreck site. It is said that reaching the depths of the ocean is more challenging than going into space, primarily due to water pressure. The Titanic shipwreck lies 4,000 meters below sea level. To visualize this depth, you can consider Burj Khalifa's height. The Titanic is about 5 times the height of Burj Khalifa underwater. The water pressure is measured at 5,800 psi. Anyway, the submarine journey started on Sunday, June 18, 2023, at noon, 12 o'clock. Normally, it takes 2 hours to reach the Titanic. However, 1 hour and 45 minutes later, the mother ship, the Polar Prince, which was waiting above, lost contact with the submarine. If it took 2 hours to reach the Titanic, then losing contact just 15 minutes before indicates that the submarine must have been very close to the Titanic. Reaching sunlight at such depths is nearly impossible, and darkness prevails. Losing wireless signals at such depths is common, so it wasn't initially a major concern. The entire trip was scheduled for 7 hours, from 12 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the evening for the return. But when there was no contact with the Titan until 7 o'clock in the evening, and they didn't return, the crew on the upper mothership became anxious. The Canadian research vessel Polar Prince initiated a search for the Titan. At 9:40 p.m., they contacted the U.S. Coast Guard and requested assistance. The following day, on Monday, U.S. and Canadian ships and planes began an extensive search operation in the area. The search encompassed both surface and underwater scans using sonar technology. Commercial vessels in the area were also enlisted to keep a lookout. This search persisted for the next 2 days, but no trace of the Titan could be found. However, a glimmer of hope emerged. On Wednesday, June 21st, at 6 a.m., the search team detected some sounds emanating from the depths of the water, detected through underwater radars. Foreign remotely operated vehicles, ROVs, were dispatched towards the sound, yet, once again, no sign of the Titan was located. The fear of losing the Titan forever heightened because the submarine's oxygen supply was limited to 96 hours or 4 days. 3 days had already passed. Nonetheless, the search teams from the U.S., Canada, and France persisted. On Thursday, June 22nd, at noon, the ROVs were sent to the Titanic's location. What they discovered was both heartrending and reassuring. At 3:48 p.m., the ROVs, having reached the Titanic's deck, spotted a portion of the Titan's tail lying a mere 1,600 feet away from the Titanic. This discovery garnered global attention. It indicated that the submarine succumbed to the water pressure and imploded at the ocean's depths. This news reverberated across the world. Numerous questions arose regarding OceanGate's safety measures. OceanGate CEO Stockton Rush, who tragically lost his life in the incident, had admitted in 2021 that he had taken some risks while constructing the Titan. Instead of using steel, he opted for aviation-grade carbon fiber to innovate in the industry. While the Titan did pass pressure tests ranging from 5,000 to 10,000 psi before launch, experts highlight the multitude of forces it encountered. These forces encompass not only water pressure but also the forces exerted by waves and currents. Additionally, the submarine might have encountered collisions with heavy objects or sea creatures. Among the reasons for the Titan's demise, the use of carbon fiber played a significant role. However, the second contributing factor was structural cracks. In 2019, during a journey with businessman Carl Stanley, OceanGate's CEO heard cracking sounds from the Titan's body. While Carl initially dismissed the sounds, trusting the CEO's expertise, he later considered it might have been a warning sign of the submarine's inability to withstand water pressure. This incident possibly indicated the beginning of structural weaknesses. Furthermore, an OceanGate executive raised concerns about the carbon fiber body of the Titan in 2018. He suggested that the submarine could fail within milliseconds of reaching critical pressure. Unfortunately, this prediction came true. The experts note that at the depth of the submarine's explosion, it would have taken only 0.3 seconds for it to occur. Thank you for watching World Explorer's Corner, and please remember to like and share this video. We appreciate your supportive comments. Stay tuned for more compelling content.